Good afternoon, everybody. This is Garage Gym Essentials, right? Because we're in a garage. I happen to consider the equipment in here essential. It's not really. You could get away with just a barbell and a few weights, to be honest. But we're going to call it Garage Gym Essentials. I'm ex-Human Race. I've got one of my t-shirts on. It's embroidered on the back and it says ex-Human Race, in case I forget my name. Because I'm at an age, I'm in my 50s, so I might forget my name. We're going to do something a little bit different today. This is my second to last video I'm going to make at the moment, and I've been putting this off. I've got to be honest, I've been putting this off. What I've got today to entertain you with is two, not one, but two safety squat bars. But the manufacturers don't like to call them safety squat bars. This is a Transformer Bar, this one. Transformer Bar by Kabuki Strength. Kabuki Strength, I believe, out of Portland, Oregon. Chris Duffin, 3,000 pound squatter and deadlifter and bench presser. One of the strongest men that ever lived. He's also a mechanical industrial engineer. He's a mechanical engineer. And this has got some unique features. It weighs approximately 25 kilos, which is 55 pounds. And they don't like to think of it as a safety squat bar because they think it does more. Fair enough. So what's going to happen now? I've got 50 pounds aside, two 25 pound discs on. I'm not going to lift with it just yet. I'm going to talk about them both a little bit, and then strangely enough I'm going to do some track bar deadlifts, and then I'm going to go back to it. So, things I like about it. Well, I really like the knurling. The knurling is fantastic. I like the build quality, sort of. I like the pad's excellent, really is good, and I really like the sleeves. The sleeves are a 2-inch sleeve, so you can use regular collars with them. Weights fit on them beautifully. Now, Mr. Carson here is going to come round to this side and he's going to show you what makes this unique. And it's two things. What we've got here is what I call a bracket. And this bracket, you can have it in like the top position or middle or lower. I've got it in its kind of lowest position. And what that does is it lowers the weights, right? And that's supposed to make it more difficult. Now also you've got this pin here, this pop pin thing, which works really well. And sorry, it's on the back. And then what you can do is you can set it. Now at the moment I've got it on goblet squats. Then it goes a little bit closer to you and becomes front squats, high back squats, kind of back squats. So you get the idea. So you can adjust it, but you can also adjust it up and down. I want to be straight. I've always had it on the bottom setting. I've always had it on the lowest setting. Now I have had some problems. As you look at it, this right hand side, they had to send me a new sleeve because it didn't fit very well. And this one didn't fit any better. So it's a bit wobbly and it doesn't lock into position terribly well. Other thing I don't like about it is, for me, now this is not for everybody, some of you are going to love it, I hate it, but some of you are going to love the long handles. Me, I'd rather have the handles here. I don't want the handles down there because what I've found is when I squat, the handles tend to go into my thighs or into my knees. So I would prefer much shorter handles. To be honest, most of my clients that come here, or friends that use the place, they tend to prefer this one, moving swiftly on. This one is the Elite FTS by Elite FTS. It's the SS Yoke Bar. It's about 10 pounds heavier than this one, and it's fixed. Everything about it is fixed. Now, the only thing I don't like about it are these sleeves. These sleeves are kind of a smaller diameter, so you have to get these like collars. So at the moment I've got these Prolock collars, which I bought off, I bought these off Sorinex, and what you do is you just simply put them in, they're magnetic, and then you turn this little wheelie thing, and you tighten them up, and then it holds them in place. Now I will say this, if you buy one of these, and they're excellent, they really are good, but I do mean this, do not use this yoke bar without the collars. I'm serious, do not use. I don't care how good your squat technique is, I don't care how good you are at keeping it even, keeping it level, the weights will migrate. And weights being weights, they always migrate in one direction, and don't do it, it's not worth it. Get your collars on there, and get collars that fit, and get collars that you can lock in. And do bear in mind, weights on this bar will move, they really will. Yeah. So, as I found out, so always use collars if you're going to buy one of these bars. What else do I like about this? Well, it's got the shorter, thicker handles, like that. And for me, they could even be a couple of inches shorter. The pad's really good quality. It's really firm without being too hard. And this vinyl material is really high quality. but it's a bit smooth. I wished it was a bit rougher. If it was a bit rougher, it might grip my t-shirt a bit better. So we're going to come back to this. Now, what I'm going to do, because I'm way too close to the camera, ex-human race here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a few deadlifts, because I just feel like doing a few deadlifts, and then I'm going to squat on both, and then I'm going to tell you which one I prefer. And then what I'm going to do is the one I prefer, spoiler alert, I have a sneaky suspicion it's going to be that one, but what I'll do is I'll do a really, I'll do a high rep set. Actual fact, my record is 100. Is 100 squats, with a bit more than that actually. My record's 100 with 55 pounds a side on the safety squat bar. So what Carson's going to do now, Carson's going to move over towards the Wenning belt squat, because I've got one, you all want the Wenning belt squat. Okay, I said I just did a few deadlifts. I've almost got my breath back. So I'm going to do a few squats with this. Tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it. My record with this is about, I want to say it's about 320 pounds in the goblet front squat position, but that's for reps. But for today, just going to show you a quick 100. Okay. So, the weight is as forward as it can go and as low as it can go. It feels really comfortable. It feels slightly more balanced to the left. What I'm going to do now, are you filming this, Carson?
Yeah.
Okay, come behind me if you would. And what I'm going to do, I've got my hands kind of high up. Go look forward to the American flag. Go take a deep breath, and I'm just going to squat down a few times. And that's so there you go. Right, felt okay. You're very much aware that the weight out is in front of you. I'm going to make a suggestion. If you ever had a really serious shoulder injury, I had a shoulder tear a few months ago, and you just couldn't get your hands back for a conventional bar squat, if you wanted to duplicate closer to squatting with one of these, I think you would have to put it on the goblet squat or the front squat, and I think you'd have to use bare feet. So if you use bare feet and you were forward, I think that would work really well. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to get my breath back, taking my time. I'm going to take some weights off, and then I'm going to have a go with this one. And I'll get this out of the way. And what I'm really doing, to be honest, is taking my time, just taking the weights off, and getting this out of the way. Now the weights fit really nicely on this one. So they do fit nicely. The sleeves are better on this than they are on the SS Yoke Bar. This is really nice. So yeah, if you had somebody who for whatever reason just couldn't squat conventionally, this would be a good thing. But you would want to use it in the goblet position, and you would want to go barefoot. Now, for me though, this is just for me, it may not be for you. For me, these handles are just way too long, they just get in the way. And you know, in a pair of running shoes, even in my sandals, I am 6 foot. So, you know, that's kind of medium height. So for somebody shorter, I would suggest those handles could really get in the way, unless I'm doing it wrong. Now, for all you safety people out there, and safety's good, I'm not using the straps. Even as old as I am, I can still squat 400 pounds more than once. So I'm not going to use the safety straps with 165 pounds. You know, I'm just not going to do it. Because if I did get stuck, if I got stuck, to be honest, I'd just drop it backwards. I would honestly just drop it backwards. Now what I think Carson's going to do now is move a little bit closer, probably move up to the trap bar, even in front of the trap bar. I was going to do a set of high repetitions, I'm not sure now, but we'll have a go with this because I've just used that one. I've got my breath back almost. I'm grabbing it, and if you look, even I'm grabbing it there. I'm not grabbing it at the bottom, even I'm grabbing it there. So even these are a bit too long. Okay, now on this, you can feel the extra weight. You can actually feel that it's 10 pounds heavy. I'm not going to lie to you, you can. But we're comparing a little bit apples to oranges, because on the other one the weight was lower and it was much further forward. So although it's the same weight on the bar, this is higher up and it's not as far forward. So this is more akin to a high bar squat or a front squat, whereas the other was definitely, you were definitely in forward of the front squat. So what I may do, I'll see how I feel. I may do quite a few reps of this. I should be able to get about 100, but we'll find out. So let's just burn out the legs a bit. I got to 52. I had a lot more left. I quite enjoyed that. Out of the two, I prefer this one for one main reason and one slight reason. Main reason, short handles, and even these could do with to be shorter. The other reason is it's one piece. Come on Kabuki, make this a bit stiffer and offer a short handle version and a long handle version. And if you really don't like that idea, come on Chris, you're one of the strongest men that's ever lived, engineer, what you could do is have something where you can screw in a short set and a long set, and then people could buy both. They could buy the long and the short set and see which they prefer. But I'm gonna go with this. Now, you know I like it, and you know I give that a 10 out of 10. That Track Bar HD by Kabuki Strength, you know I give it a 10 out of 10. And you know I give the Cadillac bar a 10 out of 10. I'm going to reserve judgment on this, and it's not just because of the handles. The handles is personal. It's just subjective. I just prefer the shorter handles. It's not that. It's wobbly. It is wobbly. It doesn't feel like it locks in, and I'd rather everything felt secure. So what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to end the video, but I'm not going to end the workout because I'm going to start and load. I just did 50 odd. I'm feeling kind of warmed up now. At my age, it just takes me a little bit longer to warm up. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do another 3 sets. Another 3 sets, but probably not on camera because you don't really want to watch me. You don't really want to watch me do this. It's been a long enough video, so I give this 10 out of 10. I'm going to reserve judgment on that one, and not just because I don't like the long handles. It's not just because of that. It just wobbles a bit. Would I sell that? I do have a client that really likes it. I've got one client that really likes that bar, so I'd probably hang on to it just for that reason. But I wouldn't like somebody else to buy it and then think that they didn't like how wobbly it was. So if I sold it, somebody'd have to come here to my garage and hang out with Ex-Human Race, and then they could decide for themselves. If they didn't want it, they didn't want it. I just sell it at a reduced rate, to be quite honest. Well, thank you everybody. Hey, I've only got one more video that I really want to make, possibly 2, and that's, I'm going to use this. It's my favourite specialty bar. It's a Buffalo bar by Iron Mind. I've had it almost 18 years. Love it. It's got real sentimental value. I used it twice a week for almost 17 years. I used it for squats, and I ate a lot of weight and squat really deep. And I've also used it for one-arm deadlifts. I've also used it for a breathing shrug exercise that I invented, where you put the weight on your back and you breathe. And if you breathe hard enough, deep enough, it raises the bar. It's a type of shrug I invented. Like I said, single arm deadlifts. I've used it for carries. Really like that. So I may do a video on that. But what I will do, if I do a video on that, I'll just load a pair of 45s, or I've got some 100s there. Just put 100 on each side. Just do a load of squats. Not really at the moment wanting to prove what I can do, although if anybody wants me to in later videos, I will do actually. But I would like to do a review on that because it's my favourite specialty bar, and I really do like it. Really do like it. In fact, it's probably overall my second favourite bar after my S Cubed by Iron Man. Hey, thanks everybody for looking in. I'm Ex-Human Race. Those clubs, by the way, that I show, those Umbogo War clubs, you can buy those through me if you're interested. Anyway, made in Africa, made out of hardwood, if anybody's interested. Probably not, but good self-defense item, good novelty item. Anyway, thanks everybody. I'm Ex-Human Race. This is Garage Gym Essentials. Only got 1, possibly 2 more videos to make. And after that, if anyone's interested, genuinely interested, and you want to watch a guy in his 50s with a lot of injuries, because I had that fall a few months ago, I had a really bad fall. If anybody's interested, I'll do workout videos, and you can watch me go through a routine and see what I can do, because on a good day I can really move some weight. I can move it a lot of times as well on a good day. Today wasn't it? Alright, thanks everybody. Ex-Human Race here, Garage Gym Essentials, thank you.